In the area that we're standing right now, about a couple of minutes ago, I would probably say even about a half an hour ago, you weren't able to stand in this. We just got done talking with Yukon Public Schools, and they actually have this new slogan called, "If you see lights flashing, don't try passing," which is exactly what officers want you to remember. We've definitely been looking through these court documents, and it shows that the city says that the shooting of 17-year-old Isaiah Lewis was justifiable after being ineffectively tasered. We did talk to one neighbor, and she says she's suspicious drugs are involved, or maybe even the cause of the house to explode. And you can see the damage that's left behind that we've been showing you all morning. Take a look. You can see that there are it's in shambles. You see that there is a bathtub, there is a fan as well as a bed, and then these bricks right here, they are scattered all over the area. The good news is that they have the other lane open, 2 lanes open now, but they said that it's going to be hours for them to get this semi moved. And you can see right now they're actively working to get that diesel spill cleaned up. Yeah, we did talk to family members, and we can even hear them crying from a distance, which is just so heartbreaking to hear, knowing that they lost a family member. You can hear that they are super excited that we're on the bus, as well as Yukon Police Sergeant Todd Hawthorne, which we've been riding on the bus for about an hour now, and thankfully we haven't seen any violations, which is fantastic.
Yeah, that's great.
They got a very early start this morning around 3 o'clock. They have been just putting all of their efforts into preparing a great dinner, and we're joined by Dorothy Kitchens, who's a volunteer. And did I get that correct? You started around 3 o'clock this morning?
Yes, I did.
Oh, yeah, just a little wet, Chris. Hopefully this weather won't be like this tomorrow, as they are expecting to pass out a lot of backpacks tomorrow right here at OKC Faith Church. I wouldn't say this is a pep rally. I would say that this is a party. You can hear the band playing in the background. Oklahoma City Public Schools said that this is a variety of staff from across the district who are playing right now, and there are a lot of people inside. I want to kind of swing around to show you guys just how many people are here, how many staff members are here. I'm not too familiar with this, so we are joined by the Oklahoma City Fire Department Major Brad Tobin, who is able to give us a little bit more light on how to use this, because like I just mentioned, I didn't even know that these existed until today.
Yeah, it's a window punch and a seatbelt tool.
Drivers can expect to see more officers out, but they won't exactly be out on the street. And we just got done talking with Yukon Public Schools, and they actually have this new slogan called, "If you see lights flashing, don't try passing," which is exactly what officers want you to remember, because starting bright early in the morning, tomorrow morning as well as Wednesday, the officers will be on this bus as well as other buses to catch drivers who are going against any violation. When you see that stop sign out, and if they do catch somebody violating that, then they are going to get in contact with the patrol officer nearby in those cars. The semi truck tipped over at the curb and then slid to where we're standing right here, and you can see that they are actively working on this right now to get this back up. As you can see, both lanes, the left lane and the middle lane, is blocked off, and OHP says this is going to take about 3 hours. Now I want to show you exactly why it's going to take 3 hours. I want to walk over here and show you really quick. You can kind of see that the roadway is blocked off, as we just mentioned, the middle lane and the left lane, but OHP says that they need to, the tow truck company needs to get a cushion out to get this back up, and you can see that they have that air cushion recovery van right now actively working on that. A shock for one more neighborhood after finding out a former kids pastor was stabbed to death this past weekend. And more police say it was his own son, 21-year-old Jacob Barber.
He is our suspect, 100%. We're pretty confident he is the murder suspect, is why we have a warrant for his arrest.
Neighbors who didn't want to be on camera say 48-year-old Glenn Allen Barber Jr. was a kind man who told his neighbors his son, Jacob, was off his medication. They also described Glenn as a person who always invited neighbors to his church. More police departments say church members here at First Moore Baptist Church became concerned when Glenn Allen Barber Jr. did not show up for service this past Sunday. And when they did a welfare check, that's when they discovered his body.
Officers went into the house, found the victim who was stabbed multiple times, deceased. Since then, we have had a warrant for his son.
While more police wait for Barber to be extradited to Cleveland County Jail, First More Baptist Church put out this statement on their Facebook page saying, while there are many details around his death that we do not know, we do know that he knew Jesus as his Lord and Savior, and he is without a doubt experiencing the heaven he spent years telling thousands of kids about.
There's a lot of support for the family, and of course, we feel horrible for the family.
Shardaa Gray, Fox 25 News. 'Twas the day before Christmas at Cox Convention Center, and all throughout the building, volunteers are working to create a great dinner.
We're setting up the food lines. Each family gets a fruit and candy bag. That's what's going on over here behind us.
In the kitchen, you can find 2,300 pounds of turkey. All of the volunteers, including kids, working in a rush. The 16 cases of stuffing was stirred with great care, with hope that 6,000 to 7,000 of people would soon be there.
We have like 20 cases of potatoes that we'll make tomorrow, and we've got, I think it was 25 cases of gravy, and then we've got green beans by the pallet.
Piece by piece, volunteers tore apart the humongous bird, but they ran into a problem, something you haven't unheard.
So the turkeys were still semi-frozen, so in the restaurant business we have to put it in cool water and cool it off, and so it's put us about an hour behind, but with the amount of volunteers that show up, we'll be able to get it out on time.
A frozen bird won't make volunteers late.
It's kind of cool, everybody's just kind of working together and we're doing our thing, and tomorrow's going to be great.
While children are nestled all snug in their beds, dreaming of toys with gleam, Red Andrews Dinner volunteers stayed one step ahead. But Chairman Robert Goldman says it's about the experience that others won't have to dread.
You really don't realize what the kids here absorb from the dinner, and it would surprise you how at a very young age they can see that it's needed for the people that we serve, our guests here.
And see, that's what it's all about. Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Shardaa Gray, Fox 25 News.